Hello. Hi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Haura Najwa Zahara Nilfar. If my name sounds too long for you, you could just call me Haura for short. In this video, I will be reviewing all 10 articles that I have reviewed throughout this entire fourth semester. Here, I will give brief summary and some correlation as to each articles. Let's just get into it. The first article, titled New Ideas for Teaching English Using Songs and Music, written by Kristen Lems. Before we start on the summary, I have to say, guys, the reason why I picked this article was because I really like music, as you can tell from my previous edited videos. So how about we learn English with music in it? That sounds fun, right? Anyway, this article was about the effective ideas for using music to teach English, followed by a selection of reliable online resource for accessing music and songs. The project helped the students build on their academic skills of synthesizing material from several sources and make them gain confidence to use English more. The next article, titled Storytelling to Improve Student Speaking Skill, it was written by Mukminatus Zaria. Just like the music one, storytelling is also something that I took interest in. This research applied storytelling in speaking class in order that the beginners are eager to speak English. The conclusions can be drawn as follows. Storytelling could improve speaking skill of certain students. So this article is batch 1 for now. The correlation in these two articles is that both different methods could help the students to regain confidence and increasing their English speaking or vocal skill. Few days later, I received 3 articles that need to be reviewed at once. The third one is titled Teaching Mathematics and English to English Language Learners Simultaneously. It was written by David Slavitt and Gisela Ernst Slavitt. This article was about how they can teach math and English language at the same time to English language learners by introducing the new vocabulary in a thoughtful and integrated manner. Identifying and highlight keywords with multiple meanings. The next article was titled The Impact of Using Electronic Games on Teaching English Vocabulary for Kindergarten Students, written by Amal Sehadeh Al-Natur and Dima Hijazi. The purpose of the study was to investigate and find out if these selected games could facilitate the competence of English language learners. It is limited to teaching vocabulary, which is an essential element that links the 4 skills of language altogether. The fifth article was called Using Drama in EFL Classroom, written by Luh Anjilianawati. Just as the title suggested, it is about teaching English language with drama as a media or a method. By reading literary works, students get familiar with the use of language in various situations. By the way, the correlation in these 3 articles is that they are about teaching the English while also teaching another study at the same time: math, playing games, and performing drama. One could say that language could do you multitask. Oh my god. 2 weeks later, I have to review more 2 articles. The first one of the day, titled Using Short Stories to Teach Language Skills, written by Parlindungan Pardede. This one may sound similar to the one about storytelling earlier, but I can assure you that it's 2 completely different things. Using short stories as a media and make students do storytelling are two completely different teaching methods. By reading literary works, learners learn to see a world through another's eyes, observing human values and a different kind of living, and discovering that others living in very different societies. They will understand and become broadly aware of the social, political, historical, cultural events happening in a certain society. Through literature, learners can deepen their cultural understanding. Speaking of cultural understanding, the next article was also about culture, titled The Importance of Including Culture in EFL Teaching, written by Hemat Purba. In the mind of the author, language and culture are two inseparable entities. Therefore, language learning is at once a cultural learning. One's mastery of the linguistic elements alone does not guarantee he will be able to communicate through a language. Mastering the cultural element is a must. Anyway, the correlation between the two is that both articles focusing on culture in EFL teaching and learning. Again, 2 weeks later, I had to review another 3 articles at once. Let's dive in immediately without wasting any more time, okay? This one titled Senior High School Students' Anxiety Towards Language Learning Skills, written by Henricus Smalley. This study was about to investigate what could possibly the anxiety cause of these high school students when it comes to learning English. The results of the study have shown the most dominant senior high school students' anxiety of language skills was speaking, followed by reading, writing, and listening. The result also implies that the speaking problem may occur due to the lack of various tasks teachers have assigned to the students dealing with the language skills. Next article was titled Use of Mother Tongue in EFL Classes of Secondary Schools, with Parlindungan Pardede as the author. Yes, you've heard this guy already minutes ago from a different article. The purpose of this study was to investigate senior high school students and teachers' perception of the use of Indonesian in their English classes. The results of the study shown that the majority of teachers and students preferred to have their English classes run bilingually. Last but not least, the 10th article, titled Teachers and Undergraduate Students' Perception of the Use of Internet to Study English, authored by Flora Deborah Flores. The results of this study are both students and teachers viewed the internet as a potentially very useful resource for learning and teaching. Honestly, now that I think about it, it seems that I swear it's like someone outside. Honestly, now that I think about it, it seems that these 3 last articles is all about investigating. We have done the teaching, now it's time to observe the students. Okay, now we have done some giving summaries to all of those 10 articles. The conclusions to that, to sum it up, I have now fully agreed and acknowledged that all 10 of those articles that I have chosen to be reviewed were all share the same similarities. They were almost about something that I took interest in or I could relate to. Perhaps it was due to how I study, personally, wanting to learn something new, but also with things that I'm familiar with. Anywho, I think that's very much enough of me connecting the dots to these 10 articles together. Once again, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!